Hello my loves, it's Elizabeth, Countess of Low Carb, and on this episode we're going to do part 2 of my Costco keto grocery haul. And this part 2 episode we're going to do keto meal prep of how you can make those meals for $2.75. Coming up next. Hey guys, it's Elizabeth, Countess of Low Carb, and on this episode it's a 2-part special. Part 1 is in the description link below, and part 2 now is going to be my meal prep from the groceries, my ketogenic diet groceries I purchased from Costco, of how I combine my Costco keto grocery shopping haul and now the execution of doing a meal plan for it. So I have fresh meals, keto meals that are all set, but they're only $2.75. If you love this video, as always, smash that like button so other people can see this video. Make sure you click subscribe to see all things keto and intermittent fasting and along my weight loss journey. And make sure you put in the comments below keto meal prep so I know to do more videos like this. And finally, have you signed up for my free weekly keto meal plan? It's also in the description link below. Now off to the content.
I'm putting them together to just try and keep.
The total is $33.70 per person for the entire week. Woohoo! And it's good stuff, y'all. Did you see what I got? It was really good food. And now I already have like Kerrygold butter, heavy cream, so some of those may be incorporated in. So let's call it $40 per person for the week. Y'all, that's like how much per day? That's like $6 per day. If you wait, so my big tip for Costco keto meal prepping to not go over budget is to have a game plan. So this is where like my keto meals are all in this little notebook. I got it on sale for like 10 cents at the back to school special. I get these and then I just literally write out what I'm gonna have. So I'm gonna go ahead and write that out now. Or you can totally use my keto magnet meal plan system that I have down in the description link. My keto meal plan for the week. And again, if you're not getting my keto meal plan, it's down in the description link below. Go ahead and sign up for it. Okay, here's my meal plan, which you guys can't read my handwriting, but I'll explain it. So I have my lunches and I have my dinners. My lunches are my buffalo chicken salad in romaine cups. Dinner is going to be deviled eggs, which I'll pipe the bag, but I won't actually pipe the deviled eggs. And I'll have the egg whites separate. I'll have my pot roast, that's my crock pot roast. And again, the recipe for that will be down in the description link below, as is the buffalo chicken. Same thing, we're just having, I always make extra for my dinners to make them lunches. And then we're gonna have chicken soup with 2 cups of spinach. And then that I have with apple cider vinegar and olive oil to stay satiated. Pot roast, again, for dinner. Salami lunch with goat cheese, 2 cups of spinach, apple cider vinegar, and olive oil. Then I'll have hamburgers. These will be frozen. And then same thing, the salami with goat cheese, apple cider vinegar, olive oil, 2 cups of spinach. And then I'll have an egg bake. I want, instead of the egg bake that may get crossed off, to make my pork panko pesto dish. Y'all haven't seen this. My sister gave me this awesome idea. Thank you, sister. That I'm gonna try. So this is gonna be my meal plan of 5 lunches, 5 dinners for, what did I say, $35 per person for the week? Like, that's amazing. I'm super, super excited. I'm gonna make extra to get into that $2.75 per Costco keto meal. So let's see if I can do it. I know I can. Put in the comments below if you think I can. I think I can. So I'm gonna start putting things away, but I have in here my roast. I like to get this all totally cut up to make sure that we're using, that I'm not wasting anything. So I'm gonna cut this up, put it in the Ziploc baggies for what I'm gonna be cooking and what's gonna go in the freezer. I of course got my eggs, and I'm gonna make some awesome keto foods with this. Some deviled eggs, some hard-boiled eggs, some delicious things. I also got in here my hamburger meat. This is a ton of beef patties. There's, how many of them? 6 of them for $21, but they're huge. Like, that's a huge portion. I may actually have one of those for lunch. Then I got my New York strip steaks. These are about $10 a piece. These are delicious. These are the best steaks. I love these, and my grass-fed delivery steaks that I get, but those are amazing. I got, because I wanted to do something a little bit less expensive, because it is only $2.59 per pork tenderloin chop. I'm gonna have this in my pork panko crumbs, and make an awesome, it's gonna be awesome. I'll show you guys in the next video though, how I'm making that. And then I have, of course, my 2 organic chickens. I had 2 more for a total of 4. They're $10 a piece, but you can make literally like, they're 75 cents for like a meal that comes out of this. So I will show you that as well. And my other box, I got my awesome asparagus, which is so good. Awesome low carb veggies. I did get 2 of these. I'm really pushing this week the romaine and spinach. So I've got 2 of these organic ones. I got too much food. In addition, I got my guacamole, my organic guacamole cups. These are also on sale for only $10 for 20 of them, so that makes each cup 50 cents. Of course, the best thing that you can get is a fresh avocado. I just have a lot of to-go things, so that it made more sense to get these. I got some strawberries for a sweet keto treat. Of course, mining just a few berries, not a ton. Some of the stuff is for my family that doesn't eat keto, for my husband and son. I got some salami. This was also on sale. Of course, my organic spinach. That is huge. My big old tub of sour cream, which I'm going to do some fun things with. Some goat cheese, which will be great on top of the salads. I like having this with some apple cider vinegar and olive oil. It makes for a great salad. Of course, my Kerrygold cheese, a whole bunch of bacon. I got 3 packs of the bacon. Now, I was concerned about the creepy carbs in this. I know it's probably going to have some sugar in it. Let's just check out the label here. Yep, sugar, second ingredient. That should burn off allegedly. But 2 slices is 0 carbs, protein. We do know that food manufacturers change to make the labels say 0 when it could really be 0.9. And they can round down. So this technically could be 0.9 carbs for 2 slices. And same thing for the sugar. It's not listed here, which is surprising to me that the sugar quantity is not listed, even though it says there's sugar in it. So I'm always skeptical. I'm skeptical of these, but this is what I ended up buying. And I did get, how many packets? I think it's 3 packets. Maybe it's 4 packets, but this will be great too for some awesome keto meals. So Porshop's like, let me have some, lady. So I wanted to see how much 1 whole romaine is, like in terms of cups, because I keep saying 2 cups. I want to see how much 2 cups is to make sure my eyeballs are not bigger than what I should be having. So this was 1 romaine leaf that came out of the package of my organic romaine lettuce. So I'm just going to fill up my cup here and see how much. And I like to shove it in there, and let's make sure it's packed. It's not chintz on the goods here. So that, my friends, that was really 2 cups. That was really 2 cups. Let me just put this on my other spare plate so we can see. So this is my husband's and my lunch. Let's see how much is left in this. Maybe it's 3 cups. And I am saving the butt. I'm going to use that for some bone broth later. And of course I did wash this, because some of y'all freak out about that. Of course I did. So that is not fully packed. This is going to go to my husband. The packed one's going to go to me, and the other one's going to go to my husband. So 1 full thing is basically, what is that, 4 cups? So just FYI, 4 cups per lettuce leaf. And you can use these, my friends. Look at that leaf. That could be a boat to have like a sandwich with, or put some delicious tuna in there, a hamburger in there. That makes for a great lettuce wrap though. Okay, so for my spinach, one of my hacks, my keto meal prep hacks for the ketogenic diet is getting my spinach already measured out in a glass container, or, and I'm just using this because I didn't have one clean, but in my wide mouth, the quart size, not the small pint size, but the quart size wide mouth, because that fits the actual spinach. You can shove it in there. There's something that I found that makes my spinach last longer when I have them in glass containers, the Pyrex kind, or anything like with a snap lid, or with the ball jars, or any sort of glass jar really, that you can use the plastic tops or the metal tops. I do find though that this just makes it last longer. It literally stretches my keto on a budget. It stretches everything. And I like to measure these with my 2-cup measuring spoon, because I know that I can control like extra. So for example, this is more than 2 cups, but I shove it in there. I shove as much as I possibly can in there. And then that just enables me to keep better track of my carbs when I'm using Carb Manager to track my things. It just makes it so much easier. And this stays fresher. So when I'm grabbing out dinner, and you probably have seen in some of my easy keto and lazy keto videos, I literally just grab these containers out of the refrigerator. So getting these all set up, and I'll use usually for one of the bigger things of spinach, I'll usually use 5 of these, depending on like the sizes that I have clean. But this is a vital tool for me to keep my spinach or my romaine lettuce lasting longer. It's already having them portioned out. I just put the lid on it, snap, boom, put it in the refrigerator, and it's all set to go. And also this makes it really clean just to put it in the refrigerator in a 1 section to stay organized, so the spinach doesn't go to waste, because I can visually eyeball see how many I have left for the rest of the meals. So I'm going to be organizing all of this, but I do like to keep my produce for the most part up here so I can visually see it. It's the first thing because I'm tall. If you're shorter, put it on visually where you're visually going to see it the first thing when you open your refrigerator. That helps prevent waste, quite frankly, because you're going to chronically see it as you open the refrigerator door. Here is the 2 plates side by side. Again, 4 cups. I should be nice to my husband. Yeah, I'll give him a little bit more, but not a lot. Whoever thought I would be fighting over romaine lettuce? Apparently I am that kind of person. So here's 1 cup serving size, and that was what was left over from 1 whole one. So I'm just gonna peel this guy, and then we'll be all done with our, look at how much that is for 2 nut carbs. Hello. And then with the olive oil on it, it makes it high fat. And then with some apple cider vinegar, it just adds a little taste and health benefits to it. So I've got 5 bags of these. Woo! 5 bags. Yay! 5 bags. And so they were basically 50 cents per bag, per cup. So 50 cents per bag. That's an awesome, that's just great. So excited about these. If you are loving this video, make sure you smash the like button and sign up for my free weekly keto meal plan. Now back to the content. So next I've got my cast iron skillet. Ooh, that looks too high. Why is it burning like that? I'm going to go ahead and start putting my hamburgers on here and start getting them cooked up. So I'm getting these cooked. Each burger is a pound of meat before it's cooked. This is a lot. Let's look over here. It's actually 3 times this, so it's 0 carbs, 3 times the fat, and 3 times the protein on there. So just thinking about that, I will split these in half to make it 6 ounces. And I know this is pre-cooked. After cooking, of course, there's going to be shrinkage. I'm going to put some foil on these and let these cook for about 5 minutes on each side and then flip them. I am going to put a little bit of seasoning on top too, just to give it a little extra spice. So I'm going to go ahead and put my seasoning on top. I am very mindful of pre-packaged seasonings as they do have creepy carbs. So I'm literally just doing a little bit on top, and I'm going to put the foil down. Seasoning on top, y'all, I know you're supposed to mix it in beforehand, but these can be sliced. I'm just going to put my foil on top, set my alarm for 4 minutes, and I'll come back and check on them. So one of my keto meal prep hacks is I cut my burgers in half. They were a pound per burger, so this is pre-cooked 6 ounces of beef. And I cut them in half when I think that they're almost done, but haha, it's pink in there, so they're not. So I'm just going to cover these bad boys and cook them for another 3 minutes, and I'll come check on them. So for my family of 3, I'm going to flash freeze this one and flash freeze this one. So I'll have 2 separate packs, but I am going to put them in the same little Ziploc baggie and label them so I know I have like a hamburger bag, so it's well organized. So here's my hamburger packs. I should date them. I'm not going to. I'm simply just going to go ahead and flash freeze them. So they're ready, and I know up there, that's what's to eat for my hamburgers. This guy loves to help out when I'm eating. Hi, old man. He loves to help out. He's a brute, though. Here's my salad with my avocado, 2 cups of romaine, 6.5 ounces of beef over my salad dressing with olive oil and apple cider vinegar. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start measuring out my salami because the salami, where's the nutrition facts? The salami is for 1 ounce is 2 carbs. I can way overeat that. So I'm going to measure out 2.5 servings, and that will make 5 carbs. But I want to make sure I have it measured because I know I will eat way more than what my portion is unless I have it measured. But that's just me. You do, if you need to do lazy keto or want to do easy keto, totally no need to weigh and measure. This just works well for me of making sure I don't eat too much. Okay, so that guy's done. I'm going to bag him up. Okay, I did my first bag of these, and I have 1 small bag that's 1 ounce, and the rest of them are 2.5 ounces. Let's get the lighting right on there. That's a big portion. Like, that's a big portion. That will be great. I'm envisioning putting these on top of the goat cheese on a spinach salad for lunch. And these would be great to take to work if you do keto on the go. But also, it's keto on a budget, right? So we paid for this whole thing $10, and I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 2 is 14. So the meat here is probably 75 cents per thing of meat. That is keto on a budget. That is cheap keto right there, and an easy keto meal prep from Costco. Like this, that is exciting. Okay, you can go ahead and do 2 scoops of our pink salt.
Okay.
Scoop. And let's shake it. So that's like a pile on our meat. We're gonna have to fix that. Oops. And then we're gonna get of our Italian seasoning. 1 whole teaspoon of the table. And the temperature is now on 8 hours for low. I like low because it makes it really, really tender. So we'll come back to this soon. All over the meat, not in one clump. and then over that, and just shake it all over. I'm just gonna shake some of the garlic on here. It's supposed to be a half a tablespoon, but get it all over the meat. Good job. Oh, that was perfect. Excellent. Got it all in. We're gonna set this on low temperature for 8 hours or 6 hours. We'll check the recipe. 8 or 6 hours. We're gonna go get this bad boy going.
Later we can eat it.
That's right, then we can eat it. Get your kids involved with your meal prep. So here is my pot roast. I will put the description link below, but I put all my seasonings, my apple cider vinegar. That is my secret ingredient, by the way. My pink Himalayan salt, extra bay leaves because I like the way it tastes. And I'm gonna get this set on low for 8 hours and get this bad boy going. I'm chopping up my radishes, getting all the butts off, and getting these small pieces to put into the roast. So I'm gonna go put the second portion into the Instapot. Dogs are very excited. As you can see, Pork Chop is thrilled. Charming, of course. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this into my crock pot here. You can see the time. I have basically 4 minutes left, 4 hours left. It's been halfway through the crock pot cooking. And I'm gonna go ahead 4 hours into it and dump my radishes in there. Whoops, this is really hard filming and doing it at the same time. There is my delicious radishes in there, and they're gonna cook for another 4 hours. Here's my roast. I need to cut it into two different pieces. So basically a third of this is $10 a piece. And from that, the meals are like $1.50, maybe $2. But for a huge piece of meat, again, it was only $2 per pound. So this is awesome. It's $1 per 8 ounces of meat, which is a huge protein portion. So I'm gonna freeze those. I'm gonna get this going. Life is good. This was from another haul I did. I already washed it. So now I'm simply just gonna cut these up and put them in my little containers. My glass containers have already been rinsed, and now it's just cutting and portioning them up for my easy keto snack. Okay, I'm gonna put spices on the chicken. 2 teaspoons of my pink salt, of oregano, paprika, garlic powder, or onion powder. I will also put this in the description link below. So my spices are all set. Now I'm gonna go ahead in my Instapot. So I just put a little bit of my olive oil on top. I'll pat it around, make sure it gets evenly distributed. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add my spices on top. Half of them on one side, half of them on the other. And I like to rub it all over the chicken so it's fully coated. And before I put anything in, of course, I put my 1 3/4 cup of water in there, 1 3/4 cup. Have my little trivet down, have my chicken. It's all spiced, it's all seasoned. It has the olive oil on it. So this is now going for a fresh chicken for 35 minutes on the high setting. Meal prep, I've got my burgers going, the Instapot going. Those burgers are cooling because I'm gonna flash freeze them. Got the salad sorted, and Pork Chop's there. We are rocking and rolling. So I put 1 cup of water already in there. I've stacked a million eggs, not quite that many, but in my trivet, y'all told me I could stack as many as I wanted, so hopefully that will work. I'm double checking my release. I'm going to turn this on and do 5 minutes. I'm actually going to do 6 minutes just to make sure because I have extra eggs in there. So 6 minutes and then do 5 minutes of the natural release and get those bad boys cooked. So I just have a little ice bath going for them, and I'm going to start peeling them. Once the shell's kind of shocked its system, it makes the shell much easier to come off and makes it easier to peel. I'm going to go ahead and make my own amazing salad dressing. It's basically 3 parts of olive oil or whatever oil, like if you want to use avocado oil, whatever, and then 1 part apple cider vinegar. This was my Aldi brand. Just make sure you shake it to get the mother at the bottom. I already shook it. So I'm going to put 3 parts of oil, 3 parts of the oil with 1 part of the apple cider vinegar in here, and then I'm going to add some seasoning. And sprinkle in to my mixture here some pink salt and some herbs, shake it up, and then just measure out 2 tablespoons onto my salad. It is all shooken up with my herbs and spices. Delicious. So I have this on natural release, and now I'm going to go ahead and pull the chicken out and start using the juices for my soup. So I've used some of my organic cabbage, just 1 leaf of that. Then I put in 4 radishes. I chopped them up finely, and 2 celery stalks. I put in 2 cups of water. 2 cups of water? Yeah, it was 2 cups of water. Added in my radishes. I'm going to put this on high for 5 minutes and let this kind of just rock and roll. I had my chicken out. I pulled my chicken. I've done this a couple times now. I've made a few chickens. So I pulled my chicken meat off, and then I drained out the stock. I simply just took a metal strainer mesh, drained out all of like the bits that was left in the crock, that was left in the Instapot. And this is the beautiful stock that I got. This is gonna be the stock that we use for our intermittent fasting soup. So I'm gonna get this locked and loaded, put it on high pressure for 5 minutes, and let that go ahead and get started. So here is my chicken, and this is my awesome intermittent fasting soup. So basically what I do is I make my whole chicken. The dogs are for sure nearby when I'm doing this. And when it's warm, I start picking off all the dark meat and making it like in a dark meat pile and like the breast pile. So here is the drumstick, the thigh, the darker meats on the back side of it. And then the top part up here is the breast meat that I'm making over here because I'm going to use this for something different. But I want for my intermittent fasting soup, the darker meat, kind of the areas that are a little bit tougher, that don't taste as good. And I'm just basically separating and sorting. Pork chop loves to help. And they may get a piece or two as I'm sorting through. But when you flip your chicken over, so here's the drumstick part. On the other, let me flip it. The other side of the chicken, here's my carcass. This is the back thigh part. All of that part of the meat is going in my dark meat pile. And you can see the difference in colors. This is what's gonna go in the intermittent fasting soup, is the darker meat. It doesn't have to be that way. Do whatever you have. If you don't have a whole chicken to make, just do what you have to start picking. See, like that would be a cool piece of meat. And then I'm gonna go through and start chopping these into fine little pieces as I pick my chicken completely clean. So I need to go get my cutting board. I do not leave my chicken laying here because he will totally try to eat it. I'm gonna take my dark meat and just chop it into really fine pieces. Same cutting board as my radishes. I'm just gonna chop these into really fine pieces. So I've chopped my chicken into little fine bits. You can see here it's 1 cup into small little pieces. The dogs are excited about that. And this is what's gonna go into my stock. So these would be great for the bone broth. However, I'm not going to use them because they're not organic. So I don't want to have the nutrients come out unless they're organic. Just my personal preference. Pork chop totally agrees as well. So I have my vegetables all done. I'm gonna go ahead and put my chicken in, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add the rest of my stock into here. I added to it those ingredients, and then I also added 4 cups of water. And so here you can kind of see the soup. Do you like it when I cook my soup? Do you like the intermittent fasting soup? You like the scraps that come down, don't you? By the way, I love this because you can interchange the soup with adding into it more garlic or adding in different spices and things like that. I like the chicken spices I use just because it's preference, but you certainly could add different low-carb vegetables into there if you don't like the ones that I have. I just like them because they're pulverized, so to speak, by the time they're cooked so much in the Instapot. So it's filler, but it's very low carb filler because you can taste more of the spices and the chicken oils versus like the vegetable taste. So I did 10 minutes, actually it's more like 14, and then I let the pressure release valve go. You can see the steam is blaring up there. So this is the delicious soup. This is great intermittent fasting soup. I'm so excited to start ladling out my portions. Each serving I have is 3 cups in one of my mason jars. Doesn't that look amazing? Things are settling. This is literally just right as it being hot. So I've got my 2 whole chickens in here. I'm gonna take 2/3 cup of my cream cheese, my whipped cream cheese, and 2/3 cup of my Sir Kensington mayonnaise. You can use Primal mayonnaise, which is the cleanest mayonnaise. Sir Kensington is made out of avocado oil, which is not inflammatory, but does have added sugar. Or you could use Duke's mayonnaise, which is made out of soybean oil, which is inflammatory, but does not have added sugars into it. And then I have 1/3 cup of the hot sauce. You can adjust this accordingly if you're a baby about spice like I am, or you can make it hotter. So I'm just gonna mix these ingredients all with my 2 chickens, and I will have my buffalo keto recipe. So this is the end product. It is absolutely delicious. Love this because it's high fat, moderate protein, low carb. That is delicious. Bon appetit, friends. A few scoops on top of my salad, along with 1 tablespoon of my delicious vinaigrette for my salad dressing. And the dogs love drinking while I'm cooking. Have you loved this video so far? Please make sure you smash that like button so other people can see this video. Put in the comments below Costco meal prep so I know to do more videos like this. Make sure you're subscribed and sign up for my free weekly keto meal plan if you are interested in getting free written meal plans directly delivered to your inbox. Let's make it a powerful day. Bye, guys. So many of y'all have asked about my t-shirt. I am Countess. It's in the description link below. If you want to be a Countess too and walk around sporting your t-shirt, it holds you accountable. It really does hold me more accountable when I'm wearing my I am Countess t-shirt. You go this way.